Homework 1, Part 3, 2 questions, question 9 and question 15. Question 9 first. If a transistor density of a chip increased 8% the first n years. So let me draw a diagram here. The first n years, 8% each year. Next n years, b%. The third n years, c%. All right. Then we assume during these 3n year span, the average increasing rate d%. Now the question. Compare d with average of A, B, C. Average value of A, B, C. Which one is larger, which one is smaller? Or it cannot be determined. In order to answer that question, so when we start, we just use the standard formula. If we start with 1, the first n years, 1 plus A, we can drop the percent sign for simplicity for n years. Next n years, 1 plus B, n years. And third n years, 1 plus C to the nth power. All right. Then, for the average in 3n years, 1 plus D, 3n years. Okay? So that is the equation we derived. From this equation, can we find D? Because we need to know the relationship between A, B, C, D. So what's that relationship? Okay. First, we can simplify this equation. Because all n years, both sides, can we take nth root? Just take nth root, both sides, to simplify the equation. Okay, so simply just cancel out that exponent n part. After that cancellation, then we take cubic root, both sides. Cubic root. So we can write 1 plus D equals cubic root 1 plus A, 1 plus B, and 1 plus C. All right, so now we have a, much simpler representation. 1 plus D equals this representation. So the next question, can we use this new representation to compare with average of A, B, and C? That's the next step we need to do. Okay. In order to answer that question, I need to give you a very important result in math. So let me write that. That important result is, it's called mean inequality. Mean inequality. In mean inequality, so there is a very famous result. So that's called GM less than or equal to AM. What is that GM? The GM, geometric mean. AM, arithmetic mean. What's the geometric mean? So geometric mean of here, let me use XYZ. Yeah, because we don't want to get confused with ABC, right? ABC variables appear in our questions. So here we talk about the general result. So I like to use X, Y, Z variables. Okay, and we can assume positive. Assume they are positive. For simplicity. Okay, all right. Then geometric mean of XYZ, that is cubic root of XYZ. Okay, so that's the geometric mean definition. Arithmetic mean, our regular average definition. All right, so that is X plus Y plus Z over 3. The mean inequality tells us this famous inequality. Cubic root of XYZ less than or equal to X plus Y plus Z over 3. Here there is inequality possibility. Okay? Yeah. So here the equality occurs only when X equals Y equals Z. In other words, if X, Y, Z not identical, at least one of the values is different from any of the other values, then we can remove that inequality sign. We just use the strictly less than sign. All right. Then when we go back to our question, so we want to compare, in our situation, cubic root of 1 plus A, 1 plus B, 1 plus C. Okay, yeah. This time, assume 1 plus A equals X, 1 plus B equals Y, 1 plus C equals Z. Then, remember our ABC distinct. Remember our condition, ABC distinct. Distinct condition. So we can remove the equality case. We can use strict less than A plus X plus Y plus Z over 3. How about that? Okay, yeah. So then you simplified. Then you can get your result. All right. So with this background, try to answer that question, question number 9. Yeah. Hope you understand the background, the technique, the method used. Yeah. All right. If, so here, the if, the last thing, if you couldn't understand, okay? Hard to understand, couldn't. Testing. So plug in some numbers, choose appropriate A number, appropriate B, C. Okay, so not too bad, just reasonable. Make sure A, B, C different. Yeah. Plug in and compare which one larger, which one smaller. Okay, yeah. So that's another alternative way. Yeah. So this way is, theoretical way. That's the experimental way. By experiment. Okay, yeah. All right, so that's the question 9. Next question. Question number 15. Yeah. This question is pretty close to one of our comprehension question. Yeah. So that's this one. Yeah. In our comprehension question, so I give you the solution. So you can study. In that one, I use 2 hours. So not 3 hours, I use 2 hours. So the first hour, not first 2 hours. So first 1 hour, it is 1 minus 8%. But the next hour, we don't have that too. So it's 1 plus 8%. V. Okay? Yeah. So then we compare. All right? Yeah. So here, I modify a little bit, the method exactly the same. Okay? Method exactly the same. Yeah. Here. So we can look at it in this way. Comprehension version, CQ version. Okay? And homework 1 version. Here. Yeah. So you just draw a diagram. CQ version, 2 hours. Okay, yeah. State A, yeah, remember we use CV square F. Certain constant, voltage square, yeah, all right, sorry, dynamic energy, right? So dynamic energy, we do not use frequency, right? So is that? Yeah. We do not use frequency. Yeah. Yeah. CV square. Frequency, that's the dynamic power version. So this is dynamic energy version. Okay? So CV square. All right? First CV square, second CV square. All right. So the B state, the first hour, so 1 minus A, here let me just skip that percent sign, square, C, V square. Second hour, also C, 1 plus A square, V square. Okay, yeah. Here, our homework version, we have 3 hours period. So state A, state B. First hour CV square, next hour CV square. Yeah. All right, yeah. Then, all right, the first 2 hours, 1 minus A square CV square. Second hour, 1 minus A square V square. Third hour, C, 1 plus 2A square V square. Okay, all right. So then we compare. So you add up. Yeah, you know, add up. So you get A state 2CV square. You add up. You need to simplify a little bit. Okay, yeah. Here, so after you add up, A state, you have 3CV square. Then the B step, you add up, B state. What is that? You need to do algebra in the right way. I hope so you know these formulas, and through the simplification, cancellation. Yeah, I noticed some students did this question before. I noticed many students, they couldn't handle the algebra, the computation part correctly. So they work on the correct equation, but give me the wrong calculation result. Yeah. Hope you can do the correct calculation here. Yeah. All right, so that is this question. Yeah. All right, so let me finish D.2 here.